Visa Center! Is a must to get there. Hey, it's not true. Not true at all. Because there are programs that IELTS and other English tests are not required. You need to have a big amount of money in the bank. Great news! Not all the time, because there are programs that proof of funds are not mandatory to process your application. It is expensive. False. We have options, and part of it is planning and goal setting. There is an age limit for a study permit. There is definitely no discrimination when it comes to learning new skills or studying a new course. The process is difficult. Not really, because the Visa Center is there for you every step of the way. How much is the cost of my application? The best thing for us to do is to ask the TVC consultants, wherein they will give us the comprehensive pricing scheme depending on the country that you would like to apply for, the program that you're eligible to take, and the type of visa that you prefer.
As an international student in Australia, you get to enjoy their fantastic climate and quality of life. Meet new friends, explore new places, and new culture. You also get to improve your language skills and have an internationally recognized qualification. Being an international student allows you to gain extra points to qualify for permanent resident application. That's right. The student visa program can be your pathway to securing a work permit and permanent residency in Australia. After your study, you may qualify for postgraduate visa and work unlimited number of hours after completing at least 2 years. You and your spouse can work part-time for up to 20 hours a week and unlimited number of hours during semester breaks. Your partner can also work unlimited number of hours if the primary visa holder has commenced a course towards master's degree or doctorate degree. Shape a better future for you and your family today. Become an international student in Australia. The Visa Center, shaping a better future.
Do you want to become a permanent resident in Australia? As a permanent resident, you can work or study or do business in Australia without any restrictions, have free medical insurance, have free education for children. You also get the benefit of Social Security and age pension plan. You can also sponsor a person for permanent and temporary residence. And of course, you can travel to and from Australia from the date the visa is granted or be permitted for multiple entry. The minimum wage in general in Australia is 19.84 Australian dollars per hour. Stay in Australia indefinitely as permanent resident. You may apply for citizenship after 4 years and hold an Australian passport. Plus, you can stay, work, and study in New Zealand as a bonus. So, check if you are qualified to become our next successful permanent resident in Australia. The Visa Center, shaping a better future. All right, hello guys. Good morning. Our first ever 6 in the morning Facebook Live dito sa The Visa Center. Good morning po sa lahat mga kababayan natin dito sa Middle East, of course. And of course, we have viewers in the Philippines. Yeah, it's 10 in the morning. Yeah, good morning sa inyong lahat. And to those who are watching right now, again, we will be talking about international student visa in Australia. So finally, we move from most of our previous Facebook lives focuses more on our school partners in Canada. So that at this time naman, those who are requesting for, let's say, becoming a student in Australia, this is your time. Please feel free to share our Facebook Live. And later on in the second half of our Facebook Live, instead of fun games, all right, we created something new for everyone, for you guys to win 500 pesos cash. Okay? So tinatawag namin itong watch. Then you have to share and you will have a chance to win 500 pesos. And there will be 3 winners
na i-announce po natin. The more, syempre, na mas marami yung share nyo, minimum of 10, no? For sure. You can share at least 10, di ba? Para pwede po kayong manalo ng extra 500 pesos, okay? Na pwede nyong idagdag sa budget nyo kasi nga, ilang araw lang, Christmas na! So we understand also, no, sa lahat ng mga viewers natin, ito nga, Christmas na, maybe Christmas bonus is coming, or 13th month, right? So you have to think of where are you going to invest that money for in connection to your future plans. Maybe one of the option can be becoming an international student in Australia kasi nga there are so many advantages if you graduated from any institution in Australia. Aside from that, if you're planning to become a permanent resident, it can also help you guys to get more or additional scores for your permanent residency application. So in the second half of our Facebook Live, I will be joining by one of our education and immigration consultant, syempre from Philippines. Ayan, so finally, we have another episode na meron tayong mga magagaling na mga consultants natin to represent our Philippine offices para sa ating Facebook Live. So if you guys have questions about becoming an international student, feel free to comment in our comment box because our special guest will going to give you an on-the-spot answer. All right? And at the same time, if you are, let's say you have confusions about becoming a permanent residency in Australia, what are the benefits? You may also write that in our comment box, okay? So as of now, we have, I think, 2 commenters already. Those who already shared, ayan, Diana, Vanessa, good morning. It's 6:10 in the morning dito sa Dubai. To Robert Dula Inoncilio. Ayan, so he actually tagged Bernadette Rangel. All right, so good morning, guys. So I'm very excited to introduce to you the new school from Brisbane. Ayan, kaya tayo maaga ngayon because it's actually 12 noon in Brisbane, Australia now. So at least you will understand later on, guys, about the school, what are the courses they're offering, how much are they asking for a tuition fee, what are the benefit of becoming a student, and at the same time, the benefit of studying specifically in Brisbane, Australia. So I'll be back with a couple of commercial from our approved applicants going to Canada. So let's see. How about let's go with Australia. Okay, let's play a couple of approved applicants and then we'll be back with our special guest.
Hi po, dito po tayo ngayon sa main office ng The Visa Center and ngayon kasama ko po si JK. Granted visa po natin pa Australia. Congratulations!
Then Australia kasi meron na rin ako kasing kasama sa work before na parang ganon. So may mga friends of friend naman si mama na mga nando sa Australia. Sabi niya, "Be, mas maganda nga dito." Masaya at the same time malungkot kasi syempre maiiwan ko si mama dito. So parang para sa akin, wow, yung pinaghirapan, lahat, yung pagod nyo, yung team, The Visa Center, buong team, parang yun na, worth it na, parang nandito na.
Sa mga friends ko na gustong mag-apply, nire-recommend ko ang Visa Center. In-encourage ko kayong lahat, dito na kayo magpa-assess. Talagang matutupad lahat ng pangarap nyo dito.
Grabe yung support. Nung umpisa hanggang dulo, eto na, nandito na, nag-grant na yung visa ko. So maraming salamat po, The Visa Center. Mas marami pa kayong matutulungan, mas maging strong ang company, mas maging strong kayo as a team. So,
marami pa kayong matulungan.
Yes, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Yun po. Hello po, my name is Joanna Katrina. Yun po, nag-grant na po yung visa ko to Australia with the help of Visa Center team. And kung sino pong gusto magpa-assess dyan, arap na, nandito lang po ang The Visa Center.
There are several Filipinos who thinks that immigration is not for them. Pero bago mo sabihin na hindi para sa'yo ang isang bagay, I think you should at least try and understand the process of immigration. I have to call the Visa Center right now. They offer processing of permanent residency and student visa applications for those who's moving to Australia, Canada, or New Zealand. They don't just tell you to go for it, they go with you through it. Starting from a very detailed assessment, processing of papers, up until you fulfill your immigration dreams. They offer a very flexible payment terms with non-expiry contracts and transferable applications. Marami na silang natulungang magtagumpay sa pangarap na mag-migrate. It's time to make yours happen right now.
Okay, so we are back, guys, dito sa The Visa Center Q&A with fun games. Ayan, so I can actually see a couple of viewers already sharing our Facebook Live. Again, guys, please do share a minimum of 10 shares so that you will have a chance to win 500 pesos. Okay, there will be 3 winners. Kaya continue sharing it because what we want is, of course, maybe some of your contacts, some of your friends are interested to study. Okay, maybe it's for themselves or for their children or for their family members. At least, you know, we can actually share the good news because this is good thing about the Visa Center, no? So we always introduce our school partners through our Facebook Live so that our audience, our followers, will get to know them well. Maybe there are courses that fit their qualifications, or there are courses that they're offering that are actually exactly what they want to improve or to gain new skills coming from this school. So I'm very excited, guys, to introduce to you our special guest today. Supposedly, we will be joined by their campus manager, but for today, he is very available to join us for our morning session. We have the marketing manager of Vocational Careers Institute in Brisbane, Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. We have Mr. Tanveer. Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good morning, in fact, to you and to the audience. Yeah. Hello, guys. My name is Tanveer. So I'm representing Vocational Careers Institute here in Brisbane, Australia. So we're basically a private school approved to train international students in Australia. So we are based in Brisbane City. Brisbane is the 3rd largest city in Australia, if you don't know, and it's the capital city of Queensland. Brisbane's weather is perfect. Everything about Brisbane is perfect. If you're looking to study in Australia, instead of going to Sydney or Melbourne, you should choose Brisbane. Brisbane is very, very affordable compared to Sydney and Melbourne. Sydney and Melbourne is very, very expensive and very crowded. So Brisbane is the place to study international. I'd like to study in Australia. And Brisbane has so many, beaches, the Great Barrier Reef, the Gold Coast. Gold Coast is only 1 hour drive from Brisbane City. It's a world-renowned tourist destination. So, guys, so today, obviously, I'm going to introduce Vocational Careers Institute to you. And if you're planning to study in Australia, we have our partner agents, the Visa Center. They can apply on your behalf. And as a student, it's a very, very easy application. The immigration department is granting visas if you're a successful candidate, which Visa Center will assess your case and they'll advise you. And we are a very flexible school. We understand the international student market so well. We are training international students from last 5 years. So we started the college naming New York College. So VCI, or Vocational Careers Institute, was known as New York College when it started 5 years ago. But then some of the agents or students were confused that we are based in New York. So we changed the name to Vocational Careers Institute. So guys, I'm gonna share like I was.
All right. So sir, before you share your presentation for everyone to understand more about Vocational Careers Institute, I just like to know is for sure, most of our viewers now, the first question they would like to ask is the border open so that they can start their application, or is it still the right time to start the application now so that when the border is open, they're already like on standby and they can fly to Australia right away for to continue their studies?
Sure. Look, at the moment, Australia is 85% fully vaccinated, so which is a very, very high number. In Australia, every state has different stats, but overall, Australia is 85%. So what the Australian government has notified the whole world that from 80%, they will start opening, okay? So Australia has started to open. And we believe in next 3 to 4 months, Australia will open their international borders. So making this time a perfect time to enroll, to do all your paperwork. So you guys enroll because it can take up to 3 months or 2 months to get the visa to settle all your paperwork. So this is a perfect time to set, to settle your documents, get the visa, and we are taking students for April next year intake. So you have like 5 months to sort out your visa, documents, tickets, everything. And by the time Australian borders are open, all you got to do is you have visa already there. You just need to book a plane and come here. Yes. So you're not wasting any time. So good news, guys, Australia is 85% vaccinated. So that means Australia can open any time now. Look, Australia was very strict on border policy. That's why there were very, very low COVID cases in Australia. Australia was one of the safest country in the world to be here. And the courses we offer leads to permanent residency, which Visa Center will show you after the show. So, and we are a perfect school to learn all the skills. And don't worry about the border, guys. So just put your application there, the visas, settle your visas and everything. You will, in 3 to 4 months, you will see the borders will open. And all you got to do is, if you have the visa, just catch a plane and come here.
Okay, all right, so prepare your presentation now so that I can share it on screen. So again, I just like to repeat to everyone, guys, this is a first good news I'm going to share to everyone. All right, you know that with Vocational Careers Institute, our featured school today for Filipinos, especially for Filipino, do you know that you'll just be needing 1,000 Australian dollars deposit requirement? So that's really affordable. And if you have that budget, I think you have to start your application now while we have this offer, because believe me, when the border is really open, expect that the prices will going to go higher and maybe the visa application becomes thicker. So you have to save our contact numbers that is on our screen. We are offering free consultation and assessment. Okay, all you need to do is just message us. If you have a ready resume, you can also send us your resume on our email address that is also on our screen. All right, so Mr. Tanvir, feel free to share now, and I'm sure everybody are really excited to know more about Vocational Careers Institute.
Sure. Okay, so I'm gonna share the screen with you guys. Just a second. Okay, guys. Right. So this is who we are, Vocational Careers Institute. So as I said, we're running from last 5 years. We are Australian government approved private school to train international students in Australia. We have courses in automotive. We have courses in business. We have courses in leadership and management. We have courses in commercial cookery, which is the most popular for Filipino students. Because a lot of Filipino students go to US for the internship. So it's very, very popular to study commercial cookery, hospitality management, and security. So guys, Mr. Gutej Chahal, he is the CEO of Vocational Careers Institute. So he values international education as a priority. We take it very seriously. We understand how important when students choose a different country, so we take it very seriously. We make sure you get a proper training. Now, as I was saying earlier, why you should, if you plan to come to Australia, why you should choose Brisbane. So Brisbane is one of the most livable cities in the world. Okay, and the climate is same as Philippines. It's tropical, 300 sunny days every year. It's not like raining every day. It's not cold. It's a perfect weather. 300 sunny days every year, and direct flights from your home, from Auckland, Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, Tokyo, and Jakarta. There's a direct flight to Manila from Brisbane to Manila, so it's very affordable to come and go from Australia, from Brisbane. Brisbane is very affordable, as I said, compared to Sydney and Melbourne. Is very, very affordable. And if you're catching public transport in Brisbane, and if you're a student, you pay only half of the ticket. So if someone pays $5, you pay only $2.50. So which is very good. And there is accessible public transport system. So we are based in the city, so it's very easy to come to the college. Okay, and if you plan to study in Brisbane, why you should choose us? Vocational Careers Institute has an excellent reputation in Brisbane market, and it's conveniently located near the public transport. It's not that you have to just walk. You catch a train, you catch a bus, and the campus is exactly within 500 meters from the public transport. And we organize, look guys, we don't just focus on study, we focus on social activities as well. So we do weekly activities, sporting, cultural activities, because you will be studying with other country students. So it's very important to make friends. So you will experience, you will meet a lot of new people here. We have 10 nationally recognized qualifications. So all of our qualifications are recognized in Australia and internationally as well. So if you plan to go back or if you plan to move to a different country after Australia, all of our qualifications are recognized worldwide. We have flexible classes. We don't make you come to school 5 days a week. We only make you come 2 days a week. So remaining 5 days or 4 days, you can do whatever. So one of the benefit of a student visa in Australia is you can work. So most of our students, they study for two days a week, and rest 4 to 5 days they do part-time work. So we are very, very flexible. And we have pathways to universities. So if you do a diploma or advanced diploma with us, you can it will lead you to bachelor's degree or master's degree in universities if you choose to go that way. All of our trainers, all of our teachers are very, very experienced. So they have been in the industry for 10 years, some of them in 5 years. So if someone's teaching commercial cookery, they're experienced chefs in Australia, they're experienced trainers. So you get quality training from us. Okay, guys, these are the courses I'm going to run through. So this is the first course, or first two courses, very, very popular. Certificate 4 in commercial cookery and diploma of hospitality management. This is the most students enroll. 90% of the enrollments we get in these courses. So this is a 2 years package. Certificate 4 and diploma, you enroll. It's a 2 years package, and requirements, very, very easy requirements. We just need you to finish high school in Philippines. So that's a minimum requirement. If you have done any tertiary qualification, just make sure it's relevant to hospitality, because then chances of getting a visa are high. Yeah, but the minimum requirement we need is you to have a year 12. Now, good thing is you can see there's an English requirement, but for Filipino students, there's no English requirement. Okay. So you don't need IELTS, you don't need PTE, you don't need OTE or nothing like that. You just need to pass our test. We'll give you an online test. You just need to pass, which is very, very easy. And I believe for Filipino students, English is very, very good for you guys, so it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, all the training is done face-to-face in the classroom, and we do have like a kitchen in the campus, so you practice your practicals in the kitchen. Now, part of the course, you will have to do 360 hours of placement. So we will find a placement for you. You will do a placement in a hotel or a restaurant. So you don't need to worry about the placement. We will find for you. Okay. Now, intake dates. So we enroll onshore students. So some students are already in Australia, but most of you guys are offshore. So you will have 4 intakes every year: January, April, July, and October. So the next intake we are doing is April 2022. So it's roughly 5 to 6 months away. So as I said before, it's a perfect time to apply. So sort out your paperwork now. Apply, get the visa, and by that time, by April, March, the border will be open. So you just need to catch a plane and come here. So sort out you guys' visa now. It's very, very important to act fast. So this was the first package, Certificate 4 and Diploma. Now, some people like to study business. So we have diploma business and advanced diploma business who has a business background. So if you've done a bachelor's of business back home, so this is a perfect course to study business skills in Australia. So again, this course is offered over 2 years. So requirements are the same: completion of high school or a tertiary qualification. It can be in Philippines, can be anywhere in the world. And also English. You just need to pass our IELTS, not the IELTS, our own placement test. We'll give you online link. So Visa Center will help you with that. We will engage the Visa Center who will take the test for us. Okay. And I'm going to cover the tuition fees in my next slides, but I'm just showing you the courses. So Diploma Business and Advanced Diploma Business, this is 2 years. Now, another popular course is Diploma of Leadership and Advanced Diploma of Leadership. So this teaches you how to run a business in Australia or how to run a business anywhere in the world. Again, guys, this course is offered 2 days a week in class over 2 years. So if you apply for this course, you get a 2 years visa. And then after this student visa in Australia, it leads to graduate visas. You can apply for a work graduate visa. You get 18 months of graduate visa where you have full-time work rights. You can work or you can do whatever in those 18 months. And then if you're studying commercial cookery, if you're a chef, it leads to permanent residency options. Okay, so which again Visa Center will go through. So again, some of the students enroll in these courses, but most of the students enroll in commercial cookery and hospitality management. Now, another unique course we have is a mechanic course, automotive course. If you want to be a mechanic in Australia, the chances of getting PR, permanent residency, is very high for mechanics. So again, if you have a mechanic background in Philippines or in Middle East, if you're working in the engineering or if you're working in automotive sector, you can apply for these courses. So Certificate 3 in light vehicle mechanical technology, Certificate 4 in automotive mechanical diagnosis, and Diploma of Automotive Management. So these are 3 qualifications offered over 3 years. Okay, so all of our other qualifications were 2 years, but automotive is 3 years. So you will get a visa of 3 years. Okay, so again, face-to-face classroom, and there's a workshop component. There's a practical component. So VCI has a workshop, private workshop, where you will practice on the cars or engines. Part of your course, whatever you need to do, we have a workshop for that. And for commercial cookery students, we have a kitchen setup. So you practice your practicals in the kitchen and the workshop. Okay. Again, guys, for this course, we again need you to have a high school as a minimum. And if you have a relevant tertiary qualification, that's even better, because you can say to immigration that I have this background and I want to go to Australia to learn more skills. Okay. Now, because this course is a Certificate 3, you start as a Certificate 3. English level required is a little bit low than a Cert 4. So in Australia, qualifications are based on certificate levels. So Certificate 3, Certificate 4, and Diploma. So all other courses, you will start with Cert 4 and Diploma. But in automotive, you start with the Certificate 3. Okay, after doing a Certificate 3, you can become a mechanic in Australia. And there's a huge demand for mechanics in Australia. There's a huge demand for chefs and cooks in Australia. Okay, so Cert 3 plus Cert 4 and plus a diploma. Now, another course we have is Certificate 3 in Security Operations. It's a very tiny course. This is for students who are already in Australia and who want to work as security officers or crowd controllers. It's just like a part-time job option for them. And there's plenty of jobs in security at the moment. So if you're looking for a weekend job, you can study a Certificate 2 in security and become a security officer in Australia. You can, and in Australia, there's no discrimination. Girls can do security, boys can do security. So this is just an add-on. But you shouldn't be applying this course from offshore, because this is only a 2 weeks course. So you won't get a visa in this course. This is only if you're in Australia, and if you're looking for a weekend job, you can do this course. Okay. Now, guys, so as I said, we are based in Brisbane. Okay. You can see our codes, RTO code and CRICOS code. So we are approved registered training organization. This is our approval number and CRICOS number. So everything is approved by Australian government. We have 5 classrooms. We can teach 500 students at a time in our campus. Okay, so our campus, I'm sure Visa Center will show you some of the photos of the college, or we'll run a video about the college in a second, so you can see how a campus looks like. There's computer labs, there's student lounges, there's a Wi-Fi, there's printing access for students, there's a cafe in the campus, there's a games room, so during your break you can make friends, and there's a commercial kitchen in the campus. Okay. Guys, so this is how you can check out our Facebook page, you can check out our Instagram page. But again, if for any questions, Visa Center is there to help you. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the tuition fees. That's the most important part. So instead of applying as an individual course, I recommend you to apply as a package, at least 2 years package. So again, remember the first package, as I said, Certificate 4 in Commercial Cookery and Diploma of Hospitality. This is a 2 years package, and our tuition fees, guys, is only $21,000, which is very, very affordable for an Australian study. You get 2 qualifications for $21,000 tuition fees. And the best part is, guys, at the moment, if you apply before Christmas, like now, you shouldn't wait till Christmas, you should apply now. You only pay $1,000 deposit. So you get a confirmation of enrollment, which is needed to lodge a visa. You pay only $1,000. You apply for your student visa. Normally, it's like $4,000 or $3,500. At the moment, it's only $1,000. So basically, you can apply a student visa only for $1,000 from the college. Okay. And if you want to study a leadership course, Diploma of Leadership and Advanced Diploma of Leadership, it's $18,000. If you want to study the mechanical technology or mechanic course, Certificate 3 plus Certificate 4 plus a diploma, 3 years is only $29,000. So guys, this is very, very affordable tuition fees. And rest of the fees you pay in monthly installments or quarterly installments. So a lot of our students, they work on weekends, they earn their tuition fees, and they pay us every month. But whatever you can pay in quarterly, every 3 months, or quarterly or monthly, there's an option for you. Okay. Now, so students enrolling in commercial cookery and automotive, you need a practical kit. You need a chef jacket. You need chef knives. And if you enroll in a mechanic, you need like uniforms for mechanic. We will charge you $800 a resource fees. So that will cover your uniform, your chef jackets, your knives, and everything. Okay, so you don't need to buy your own. College will buy for you. Okay, so this is the fee, guys, tuition fee at the college, and you can see it's very, very affordable. Okay, any questions anyone have so far? Guys, any questions? Oh, sorry, June, you mute.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for that presentation. To those who are watching right now, feel free to ask your question, or you have clarifications so that a certain Veer can give you an answer.
Yeah.
All right. But while waiting for them to ask questions, sir, I have a couple of questions already.
Yes.
I'm sure this is some of the favorite questions from our viewers.
Yeah.
So number one, since this is a new country, right?
Yes.
Australia, and everybody are really planning or really wanting to study there, and since they're allowed to work as well, to gain job experience, and that will help them to find an employer and maybe offer a permanent residency. But the question is, since I don't have any friends, for example, I don't have relatives in Brisbane, does the Vocational Careers Institute also supports or offers accommodation
Yes.
to your students? Yeah.
Sure. Look, it's very, very like Australia is very multicultural. Okay, so you will find a lot of international students come and study in Australia. So accommodation, guys, there is not a problem. It's very easy to find accommodation. And as a matter of fact, there's a lot of houses. So how students live in Australia, they will rent a house Okay, so 4 students or 3 students, they will rent a house, and like say a house has 3 bedrooms, so they can share the bedrooms. So it's very, very easy to find. And college, yes, college will help you if you don't have any friends, if you don't have any relatives in Australia, we will help you to find accommodation. So accommodation, guys, is your last worry. So leave it up to us. If you don't have any friends or relative, we will sort out your accommodation. But trust me, the day you come in Australia, you will make a lot of Filipino friends. You'll make a lot of Indian friends. So Brisbane is very multicultural. There's a lot of accommodation options in Australia, and it's very affordable. Around $150 a week is the average rental here for international students. Groceries, maybe you'll spend, depending on how big, what do you like to eat, around $150. You can get your groceries in a week. So guys, so apart from your tuition fees, your rent, groceries, your entertainment, or your mobile phones, internet is your expense, and it's very affordable. Around $400 a week, roughly, will cover everything. Okay, and students who work part time, the students earn like $1,000 a week here, $1,200 a week. So it's very easy to earn your expenses and also pay your tuition fees. But again, that's possible in Australia. A lot of students do that here.
Okay, right. Thank you so much, sir, for that answer. Now, next is I understand that I already asked this from you earlier. Maybe we have some late tuners. Good morning to everyone who's watching us right now. We have actually active viewers now asking questions. So, since you mentioned earlier that the next intake will be on April of next year, so it means that if they're going to start their application now, it will be enough time for them to submit all the requirements needed and also to process their visa. But do you also offer, if in case there will be problem in opening the border in Australia, does the Vocational Careers Institute offers, let's say, an online class if there's a situation like that? Because there's one question from Ivan James that he's asking for the update about the border in Australia for an international student. So if the border is open, definitely there will be no problem for student visa to enter Australia. But if there is a problem on opening the border, do you offer online classes?
Online class, yes, yeah. Ivan, good morning, Ivan. So your question, we just covered it before. Australia is 85% vaccinated, so Australian population. So Australia is going to open very soon. It could be 1 month, could be 2 months, could be 3 months. So, but we hope by April, Australian borders will open. Okay, we are 90% positive. Let's say Australian borders doesn't open in April. Okay. So 2 options. You can either start your study online. Yes, we will offer online study. Or second option is we will defer your intake to July for no cost. Okay,
no cost. Okay,
no cost. But there's a 99.99% chance Australia will definitely open by July. So guys, borders it should be your last worry. Visa should be your first worry. So how would I get the visa? How would I get my application in? So put your application in, even if immigration takes 3 months to grant your visa. So by the time you get your visa and say it's March, borders, there's an 80 to 90% chance borders will open by March. If borders doesn't open, we will give you a new COE. We'll defer your enrollment to July, and there's 100%, almost 100% chance Australia will open by July. If you don't want to wait till July, you can start your study online in April as well. We do have that option. So the theory component we will start online, and the practicals you come and do when the borders open in Australia. Okay, and we won't charge you anything more.
Yeah, so that's good news to everyone, guys. That it means if there is, the tendency that the border is not yet open, so the school, we're going to defer your intake to next intake schedule. But then the question here is, for example, if I have my visa approved already, how long can I defer my my enter to Australia? Let's say, since I already enrolled in your school, then I have my visa approved. How long can I
keep on extending? Yeah, look, guys, you will be surprised to hear we have students from Philippines who got the visas like 12 months ago. So they keep on deferring. So you can defer unlimited time. So there's no penalty. You can defer if July doesn't open, you can will defer to October intake. So there's unlimited deferral. There's no penalty on that.
Okay, but just clarification to our viewers, guys, like what Mr. Tanver mentioned earlier, Australia border might open in a month or 2 or 3. Okay, but since the next intake will be on April, so at least you guys are already ready, all right? Process your documents, comply all the documents that are needed, and at the same time start to process also your visa, so that once the border is open, then you can actually enter to Australia right away. So there are so many advantages of becoming a student in Australia, because aside from you will be getting a internationally a recognized diploma that can help you to get a better career later on. Also, at the same time, you are allowed to work, right, for you to gain experience. So in connection to that, Mr. Tanvir, the school also like provide support to like students that can have or can get part-time jobs in Brisbane area.
Yeah, look, we will guide students. Yes. So we will guide students. Look, guys, part of your course you have to do internship. Okay, so
Okay.
you have to do 360 hours of placement. Like we will find that placement for you, and you'll be surprised to know if you're really good at your placement. That employer, that host company who's giving you internship, they'll employ you. They'll have no reason to let you go. So, guys, if you're very serious about becoming chefs in Australia, Australia need chefs. Australia need hospitality workers. Australia need mechanics. Okay, maybe there's no good demand for leadership and business courses, but for commercial cookery and automotive, there's a huge
All
demand.
right.
And if you're a good student, the chances of becoming a permanent resident in Australia are very high. But again, policies change every time, so it's that your agent will guide you on the permanent residency options. But from a college point of view, all I can say it's very like these courses, these occupations are in demand, and your part of your qualification there's a practical component, and so 360 hours is a lot of hours for students. And if you perform well at that internship company, there's a high chance they'll employ you. And at the end of the course, we will guide you. We will guide you how to apply for jobs and your resumes. Yeah, we will help you. We'll help all of our international students.
Yeah, and of course, based on the experiences as well of our approved applicants who are already studying in Australia, I think especially for Filipino, it is not really hard to find a friend like to help you when which they can actually recommend you to the company that they are actually like working as a part-time as well. So I think there's no problem with that. And of
Yes.
course, I have some comments here. This is in Tagalog. I was just going to read. So tutulungan po ba kami ng visa center or ni school para makahanap ng matitirhan po namin pansamantala, since wala nga po kami kakilala or kamag-anak dyan. So Sir Melvin, when it comes to accommodation, don't worry, the school will also help you to get an accommodation, temporary accommodation. And at the same time, actually, even our processing officer can actually connect you with our students who are in Australia already, that you can actually like talk and maybe share a room with them. So this is not a problem. So Vocational Careers Institute and even the Visa Center will also help you if that's the problem.
Yes.
Okay, so we have a commenter here from Winder Ramos. Good morning, sir. Do you process USA tourist visa? Well, unfortunately, we're not yet offering tourist visas in US. And then, of course, hello to Kat Rina. She's asking if do you have branch here in Batangas? Of course, guys, we have branch in Batangas. We will going to announce later on our office address and our contact number. But for now, if you want to visit our Facebook page, just look for the Visa Center Batangas. You can actually send message there if you wanted to book for your free assessment and consultation. And of course, a reminder to everyone who's watching right now, guys, it's still early. It's actually 6:48 here in Dubai. But if you wanted to win 500 pesos today, there will be 3 winners. All you need to do is share our Facebook Live. And please just take note, share a minimum of 10 at least. It can be shared to your friends. It can be share to the groups that you're following, or if you have created groups for your family. We will going to announce 3 winners at the end of our Facebook Live. Okay? All right. So again, to our viewers, I'm encouraging you guys. We have here Mrs. Tanvir, the marketing manager of Vocational Careers Institute. If you have some more questions about becoming an international student in Australia, specifically in Brisbane, feel free to comment that. And if you are watching, unfortunately not live, still continue to write your questions, because our team are ready to give you a reply, or you can directly message us on our Facebook pages. Okay, our team are on standby to help you guys if you wanted to know more about Vocational Careers Institute. And if you missed the presentation earlier, don't worry, after our Facebook Live, you can rewatch the presentation for you to understand what are the courses they're offering, because especially for Filipino, commercial cookery is really like in demand right now. Specifically here in Dubai, there are so many Filipinos working under food and beverage industry, hospitality management, and of course, especially those courses that you're offering, like mechanics and automotive mechanics. And at the same time, the school is offering this work. I don't know. It's also going to like support you guys for you to get a work graduate visa. So, sir, talking about the work graduate visa, is there a minimum? Do they have to get the package courses that you're offering for them to avail this, or they can just get any course under Vocational Careers Institute?
No, so to get a graduate visa, they need to study the leadership 2 years minimum. So the study has to be 2 years, and they will get 18 months of graduate visa. 18 months. After that, yes. There's no other requirement. And obviously there's English. Yeah, there's English requirement. You need to get IELTS 6. I'm sure most of the Philippines student 6 is not a problem. So if you have IELTS 6, you've done 2 years study in Australia, you can get graduate visa, which is of 18 months. You have full-time work rights. You have it's like we call it a temporary residence, a TR, not a PR.
Yeah. Okay, so I will just repeat, guys, to everyone. For a minimum of 1,000 Canadian dollar, okay, you can actually 1,000 Canadian dollar deposit. You can actually start your application in a Vocational Careers Institute. And just a reminder again, guys, this school doesn't require IELTS for Filipinos, except that you will just going to take their online test. Okay, so it's easy actually for Filipino. For sure, all of you guys are so excited to enroll. So all you need to do is contact us directly. Okay, our contact numbers are on our screen. Wait, let me share that. And also later on, we will be joined by our Philippine team, one of our very good education and immigration consultant, to answer your questions. If later on, let's say after you graduated in Australia, what is next? What is next in your plan? Are you planning to stay longer, or are you planning to open your business after you graduated? And lot more of the benefits of becoming a permanent residency in Australia. So stand by for that. So Mr. Tanvir, a last word to our viewers. Why do they have to enroll now, and why they have to choose Vocational Careers Institute?
So, guys, again, if you're really serious to study in Australia, now is the time. Australian government is very, very lenient on student visa grants. Obviously, Australia was closed from last 18 months. Now Australia is starting to open. So obviously, getting a student visa, I would say, is easier compared to a couple of years ago. So guys, Christmas time, this November Christmas time, the immigration is not that busy. So put your applications in. We only charge you $1,000 to confirm your enrollment with the college, and that's what you need for a student visa. Normally it's $3,000, but at the moment it's only $1,000. So guys, put your application in. You'll be studying in one of the best schools in Brisbane, in Australia, and also you'll be studying world-class qualification, commercial cookery, automotive. We have all the qualifications you need to become a permanent residency in Australia. But so guys, this is the perfect chance to enroll for only $1,000. Get your visa. Board is going to open in 4 to 6 months or maybe 3 months. No one knows, but definitely by July, borders will open, and we are now enrolling for April. So put your application for April intake. If in any case borders are still closed by April, there is a next intake in July. We will defer you to July, and there's a very, very high chance that borders are open by July. Okay, so guys, borders, do not stress about the borders. Borders should be the last thing on your mind. Get your paperwork sorted, get your visa sorted, get your enrollment sorted at the moment. Lodge your visa in December by, like, if you enroll now, within 3 to 4 weeks, you can lodge your visa. Okay. And then if you lodge your visa by Christmas time, hopefully by January or February or March, you will have your visa with you. So guys, don't delay. Start your enrollment process next week if you're ready. And then obviously lodge your visas by December or before Christmas, I would say, to get a very high chance of getting a visa grant. Thank you.
Okay, so guys, again, as we keep on saying here on our Facebook Live, the easiest way to enter Australia is via student visa. All right. So again, thank you so much, Mr. Tanvir, the marketing manager of Vocational Careers Institute in Brisbane, Australia. So I know most of Filipinos are really looking for a location in Australia that are less when it comes to cost of living, since this is still the third biggest city in Australia, so they will still enjoy the country. Plus the fact that Australia time is actually not that far to Philippines, and if they wanted to go home in the Philippines for a vacation, not that far as well. So there are some advantages of you guys enrolling in Vocational Careers Institute. So Mr. Tanvir, thank you so much for giving us your time today for our Facebook Live. We hope to see you again.
Yeah, thank you. Thank Junie and rest of the team. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Have a nice day. All right. So guys, that's our special guest from Vocational Careers Institute. So nakikita natin, this school doesn't offer, kumbaga hindi na requirement for Filipino, especially for Filipino, yung kumuha pa ng IELTS or other English test na requirements. Kailangan nyo lang pong ipasa ang kanilang online test na sinasabi nga ni Mr. Tanvir that for Filipino, it's really easy. Okay, and then ulitin po natin, for just a minimum of $1,000 Australian dollar, pwede na po for, kumbaga yun lang yung requirement mo na deposit para po ma-process na o matuloy na ang inyong application. So, again, ulitin lang po natin sa mga viewers natin dyan na nanonood ngayon. Ayan,